fight fans? It's your boy Terrence Crawford, sitting here about to board this plane, get ready to go to Vegas, do a little more preparing, and get ready to become a 3-time undisputed world champion.
Seconds before boarding his plane to Las Vegas, Terrence Crawford sent one last message to his friends. This means one of the most anticipated boxing fights is almost here.
Hey, shout out to Turkey Island Sheik, Riyadh season. Hey, my family, I appreciate everything that y'all do for me. See y'all fans in Vegas, September 13th.
He has been showing off how strong he is. At the gym, people who train with him say he throws heavy punches that show why the Mexican ace is thought to be one of the most dangerous punchers in the sport. Each blow is precise and meant to hurt. It's like getting a sneak peek at the big event that night, when tradition and respect are on the line. At the same time, Terrence Crawford's fans have been happy and quite confident. Crawford's trainer, Brian "Bomac" McIntyre, has not only turned down Canelo's plan for practice, but he did say that his fighter would win in Las Vegas.
Everybody's talking about the size and, me being a smaller fighter, but if you look on the stage, I've been sparring these big dudes my whole career. Like, how I'm gonna take a punch? They punch me every time we spar. So, it's
Crawford had been known for years to beat up opponents, act quickly, and handle any situation with ease. This made what he said very powerful. During his last speech, Crawford, who was standing next to Bowman, was also very sure of himself. Robert Garcia was one of the first people to say what he thought. He said he liked both men's skills, but that Canelo's strength was better than Crawford's strategy for victory. Garcia said Canelo was big and strong enough to change the course of a fight right away, but Crawford was brave enough to fight the right way and win. He said Canelo would win and hurt Crawford, but Crawford could win if he knew how to fight. Spencer Oliver warned Canelo Alvarez that the next fight would be the hardest of his career. Terrence Crawford wasn't just fighting, that much was clear. He did something that had high risk and high return because he wanted to be famous. One night could make him famous. Oliver said the level of this test shows whether a person becomes popular or their goals fail because of things that happened in the past.
We get in the ring and they see something different, like each and every time. It's gonna be another excuse. Why, the reason why Terrence won and this and that and this, but I can assure you, I'm gonna be victorious, and after that, we're gonna have another.
Spencer Oliver had no doubt in his mind that Terrence Crawford was a very good middleweight fighter. He said Crawford was ready to fight anyone, even the best ones in the game. He believed Crawford was one of the best, which meant he could beat big names like Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran. Oliver thought Crawford would show how good he was in the fight in September.
Once we get in the ring and they see something different, like each and every time, it's gonna be another excuse. Why, the reason why Terrence won and this and that and this, but I can assure you, I'm gonna be victorious, and after that, we're gonna have another parade. Let's celebrate, baby.
Jordan said that Crawford's size might be the most important thing, but he thought now was the best time for Crawford to fight Alvarez because Canelo had been getting worse in recent fights. He knew the weight difference would be important to many. Another thing he said was that Canelo's last fight against William Skull didn't test him.
It's the best fight in boxing, bar none. We've got two of the best fighters in the world, and Terrence Crawford trying to do what no other's done before, a four division world champion, and jumping up from light middleweight now to super middle, trying to achieve the unachievable against Canelo Alvarez, who is pound for pound. Can he do it? I think he can. I think that this guy creates history. Terrence Crawford is that.
Then he thought about Crawford's background and how the style of the fight might go. Jordan said nice things about Crawford's career and how he shocked British fans by beating Ricky Burns and then crushed Errol Spence in a match that would turn his career around. He was sure the fight would be interesting since Crawford could easily lift weights.
I think that he lives with any welterweight. His best weight really has been at welterweight. He lives with any welterweight in any division for me, and that's including all the greats. You know, you're going back to your Roberto Durans, Sugar Ray Leonards, all those guys. I think that he is that good. And we find out in September. It's going to be a fantastic.
Ahead of the fight, people are getting more excited. It's not just a fight between winners. These two are among the best fighters of all time. In terms of skills, each one is different. Canelo has fought a lot of people, is strong, and has had his chin tested. Crawford is also accurate, flexible, and tough, all qualities that great winners have. Brian Mendoza had a different point of view and said the way he felt about the fight had changed several times. Mendoza gave Canelo a slight nod, saying it was about size and being able to hold his own weight in the ring. There was no doubt Crawford had put on a lot of weight. Though he looked strong when the fight began every day, Mendoza said, I feel like I'm almost changing my mind. I still like Canelo though, because he is big. But since Crawford is bigger, I guess it's not as clear how the size has changed. Mendoza said he had faith in Canelo because he had seen him at the weight, and because Crawford looked strong and skilled. His words showed the two great fighters were not that different. Crawford is heavy. He's good at getting around. He is very strong right now. When they face off, the fact he is taller means he is bigger. It's just the size. When you have that much weight in the ring, things change a lot. That's what you should think about before you act. Eddie Hearn has changed his mind about the fight between Canelo and Crawford. He has planned many big fights in the past. At first, Eddie Hearn liked Canelo better because he was bigger and had a better record in the heavyweight class. He now knows, though, that Crawford needs to think about timing, accuracy, and speed. You know, Canelo is my guy, but I probably lean slightly to Crawford in this, he said. He saw that the American winner had been easily beating the best for a long time. Hearn said this fight could be closer than most people think, but he still loved Canelo's skill and strength. The fact he switched sides shows how strange and important this fight has become for the sport.
But Crawford, it'll be interesting to see how their styles gel and how the fight proceeds. But having watched Crawford like you have done from the moment he landed on his shores to deal with Ricky Burns all those years ago to the manner in which he dismantled Errol Spence and stepping up the weight classes, I'm in Spencer's camp. We're both in the same position, aligned, foolishly together perhaps, in the belief that Crawford will beat Alvarez. And I'd like to see him beat Alvarez.
Eddie Hearn has said he wouldn't be surprised if Crawford won. As he went through the ropes, he made it clear that no one had thought Crawford would do well, and that scores and predictions didn't matter. This fight wasn't really about who would win for Hearn. It was about whether Crawford could seize the chance, change the rules, and shake up the boxing world. Canelo's loss to Dimitri Bivol was also brought up as a steady warning, and Hearn told Crawford to use it as a guide.
You know, Canelo's my guy, but I'll probably lean slightly to Crawford in this.
When Canelo Alvarez was at his worst, Dimitri Bivol beat him. Bivol talked about the upcoming fight. He also said Crawford would usually move around and stay away to avoid being hit, but he finally admitted it would be hard to tell what would happen.
Canelo will be a favourite going in, but it wouldn't surprise me at all if Crawford.
Bivol showed that Crawford's way of keeping distance didn't work. He talked about Canelo's head movement and how good his defense is. He said it would be hard to land clean hits with a single shot, but easier with a lot of them.
Really did set the blueprint of how to beat Canelo Alvarez. You know, what you do is you're slick, but you throw punches in bunches, you move into range, bomb, 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 out of range. You do it again, because Canelo's not that active. He doesn't throw a lot of punches, and he hates movement, hates it. Crawford's got, Crawford, to be honest, Crawford's got to probably make it a little bit of a stinker. Like, you've just got to go in there and just win rounds. And I think Crawford will win rounds in those fights.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Especially the early rounds. So Canelo may have to do something and try and, because he's not that active. I don't think he really wants to work.
Tarver said Canelo has tried many different methods over the years, which made things even more interesting. He said one of Canelo's best skills was being able to handle problems and stay calm when things got tough. He told Crawford that he might not be able to show Canelo something new. Even though Crawford was smart, Tarver said Canelo had seen almost every style in the book. That's what scares me about him. He can make things better. I believe that will greatly affect this battle. The fight was very important to both guys because they were at the top of their sports. He said it was great that Crawford was able to become an undisputed champion twice in different weight classes, which solidified his place in boxing history.
Crawford will try to keep on the distance Canelo, and he will try to use his long distance and moving. But what will happen, only God knows.
Do you
Could
feel
he
though,
keep him full distance on the distance? Does it make sense?
yeah, it does. To keep the distance.
Yeah, full all fight.
Said that the weight might make a difference. Canelo is said to have been in bigger fights before and know how to take and give weight, which could make it much harder for Crawford.
Will he? But also, just to keep Canelo on the distance, it's not just enough. He has good defense. His body movements, it's great. You know, to reach his head, you need to throw not only 1-2 punches. You need to throw 5-7 punches, and one punch you will score. Yeah, does it make sense?
Yes, yeah.
You will miss like five punches, but one of them 6 punch will.
The finish is well planned, and each word the two groups shout adds to the story. Canelo's fans have a lot of faith in him because he has had much more training time than Crawford. Crawford's team is also sure their man can do the job. A lot is at stake. Pride, family history, and the pound-for-pound title are all on the line. When Fernando Vargas thought about how important Canelo Alvarez win would be to Mexican boxing history, he started to cry. It was clear to him this wasn't just another fight, but a moment of national pride, and a win would mean everything. Vargas said it was certain Canelo would become the star of Mexican boxing if he won by knockout. He would be the best after this. In his words, the people didn't just want a win, but a finish they would remember for a long time. For Vargas, it wasn't just a fight for belts, it was a fight to live up to what the country expected of him.
Level fighters, they've shown it over the years. Obviously, 2 times undisputed for Terence Crawford, 40, 47. He's shown why he's one of the best in the history books. But in the other side, you have one of the best to ever do it, one of the pound-for-pound best for over a decade. In Canelo Alvarez, he's also shown why he's, if not the best Mexican fighter to ever live. I feel like it's gonna.
A lot of people have talked about how much heavier Canelo Alvarez is than Terence Crawford. Trainers, experts, and former champions all agree it will be hard for Crawford to move up to 168 pounds. He has been successful in lighter weight classes before, so he hasn't had to fight a natural super middleweight like Canelo. Randy Crawford and Alan McKenna worked together before the fight and talked about how big it would be. It was clear this wasn't just any fight. It was an international event that would draw millions of fight fans from all over the world.
It's a lot to put in, 2 weight divisions and have to keep up for 12 rounds against a fighter that has been sitting there for over 5-6 years, fighting the best of the best. He knows how to take those punches. He knows how to roll with those punches. I'm not saying that Terence doesn't, because Terence is an old dog. He knows how to fight.
On top of that, McKenna split the heavyweight power that makes decisions. He said nice things about Crawford's athleticism, but he agreed that Canelo's strength would be tough to beat. McKenna thought Crawford could beat the Mexican King if Crawford could handle how tough the fight was.
Crazy is, I'm a big Crawford fan as well. Like, every time he sees me and my brothers and my dad at fights, he comes out of his way, shakes our hand. It's all respect. But I just feel the weight's a little too much, Marcos. I feel going up 2 weight classes, really like 3. And early, I feel Terence will have great.
Not only are they big, but they also have to keep up their speed, strength, and energy while taking bigger hits for 12 rounds or more. Canelo has fought at a heavier weight before, which makes some people think he has the edge. On the other hand, Crawford's efficiency and smarts in the ring will help him close the gap. It's still not clear when the fight will happen. Asked about the reason for weight classes, Amir Khan said they are a key part of making sure the fight is fair. Crawford, he said, was the best fighter pound for pound, but he warned that Canelo was very dangerous because of their different sizes and strengths. This was especially true since Canelo has been dangerous in the past, even as he gets older. Khan said Crawford would have to fight bigger opponents, which would make his training harder. He knew how great Crawford was as a two-time undisputed champion, but he wasn't sure if taking that big of a risk was really necessary.
Maybe he'll get Canelo's head snapped back, or, catch Canelo early. Maybe I could see Terence Crawford go southpaw, because you see Canelo has had a bit of problems with southpaws. You can see Canelo, I could see him getting frustrated, picking him up like how he does, like when he gets frustrated. But I say 6th, 7th, 8th round on up, I think he'll figure him out. And we need Canelo to get a stoppage, if not get a get a knockout. I think it'll be great for Mexico, and it'll be great for Razas. But I got Canelo, coming out with
But he did say Crawford would have to do something if he really believed in himself. What's going to happen? Will Crawford do something amazing? Or will Canelo show again why he is king? Which do you like more, the skilled technician or the Mexican powerhouse? Feel free to write your thoughts below.
His fight was at 154 when I was sparring him, but he was very strong, and I think they can hold up in super middleweight. I think so, yeah. The fact that he can change southpaw and orthodox, and technically he's the best boxer in the world, I think he could easily do it, but again, we'll have to see, at the weight, will it